Noam Chomsky is a renowned American linguist, philosopher, cognitive scientist, historian, and social critic. Born on December 7, 1928, he is often considered one of the most influential intellectuals of the 20th century. Chomsky's groundbreaking work in linguistics revolutionized the field with his theory of transformational generative grammar. Apart from his linguistic contributions, Chomsky is also known for his outspoken political activism and critiques of various socio-political issues. He has written extensively on topics such as media, foreign policy, and corporate power, advocating for a more just and equitable society. Chomsky has authored numerous books and has been a prominent voice in shaping public discourse on language, politics, and society. The more you can increase fear of drugs and crime, welfare mothers, immigrants, and aliens, the more you control all the people. Optimism is a strategy for making a better future. Unless you believe the future can be better, you won't take responsibility for making it so. The more you institutionalize people, the more conflict you generate. It is the responsibility of intellectuals to speak the truth and expose lies. Education is a system of imposed ignorance. The more you can isolate people, the easier it is to control them. The more you can make people feel helpless and despairing, the easier it is to control them. The more you can keep people hopeless, the more you can control them. The more you can make people passive and obedient, the more you can control them. The more you can control what people are thinking and saying, the more you can control them. You can't say where you got that information because it's classified, but you can leak it. The more you can control information, the more you can control what people think. We shouldn't be looking for heroes. We should be looking for good ideas. The more you increase the role of force, the less free and democratic a society is. Propaganda is to a democracy what the bludgeon is to a totalitarian state. The more you can make people accept inequality, the more you can control them. There are two problems for our species: survival, nuclear war, and environmental catastrophe, and we're hurtling towards them. People are not stupid. They're confused, they're incoherent, but they're not stupid. You never need an argument against the use of violence. You need an argument for it. You never need an argument against the use of violence. You need an argument for it. If we don't believe in freedom of expression for people we despise, we don't believe in it at all. It's not radical Islam that worries the U.S. government its independence. The more you can make people believe there's no alternative, the more you can control them. States are not moral agents. People are and can impose moral standards on powerful institutions. People have to be free to do things that are of value and meaning in their lives. The more you can make people feel they're spectators, not participants, the less dangerous they are. The more you can make people feel they are nobody, the more you can control them. The more you can make people feel they are alone, the more you can control them. The more you can get people to feel they are helpless, the more you can control them. Resistance is feasible even for those who are not heroes by nature, and it is an obligation, I believe, for those who fear the consequences and detest the reality of the attempt to impose American hegemony. The more you can make people feel they are out of control, the more you can control them. It's only when you stop believing there's an answer that you begin to write. Education should increase the inclination to consider, to criticize, to think for oneself. There is a vacuum in this country, maybe around the world, for criticism of corporate power. You don't win victories by fighting them, but by denying them a victim. Either you repeat the same conventional doctrines everybody is saying, or else you say something true, and it will sound like it's from Neptune. The more you can make people feel they are not responsible, the more you can control them. The more you can make people believe in the system, the more you can control them. If you assume that there is no hope, you guarantee that there will be no hope. If you go to one demonstration and then go home, that's something, but the people in power can live with that. What they can't live with is sustained pressure that keeps building, organizations that keep doing things, people that keep learning lessons from the last time and doing it better the next.